What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Delusions, a RuPaul's Drag Race recap podcast where we fill our French vanilla fantasy and we give our delusional opinions. And on today's agenda is episode 16. Today's episode is the grand finale. Who is y'all rooting for? Who is taking the crown? Did y'all enjoy the finale episode? And did you guys expect the results that had happened? And we're going to get into all of that. And I also have a very special guest for my finale episode. So let's get into the podcast.
Delusion. Convince yourself.
Welcome to Delusions, a podcast where you can feel your oats, let down your hair, and be gone with the wind fabulous. And most importantly, feel your French vanilla fantasy while recapping RuPaul's Drag Race. Grab your order and let's get started, Henny.
They want to see you go up!
Bitch, I'm the cure for your drag delusion.
So Delusions, my esteemed guest, Michelle Visage, this episode.
This is the 14th Street dress, like that doesn't fit you.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
Of course. What's going on, everybody? It is Darius. I'm here, excited, talking about RuPaul's Drag Race, which is one of my favorite shows. So let's get into it.
It's about damn time.
So we are friends on Twitter,
Mm-hmm.
and all of a sudden you just I've been following you for a while, and then all of a sudden you just popped out of nowhere, talk about something you is a Drag Race mega fan.
No.
And I felt disrespected because I was like, who do you think you are? I'm the Drag Race mega fan over around these here parts.
I feel like it was backwards. I feel like you were like, you're the mega fan. And I was like, sir, I don't know if that's true.
No, those are lies. You tried to come for my spot, and I had to sit you down real quick.
One thing I will say, though, I can count on you to tweet live the episodes as they're airing, which I do kind of, I like to get into it. I be trying to, like, go back and forth with you, but I don't see how y'all can just sit there and, like, tweet all day about the episodes. Because I be so into my shows. Like, I remember, like, the Lip Sync Lalaparuza, I was correcting somebody. I forgot what they said exactly, but I'm like in the middle of like responding, and it was the one where it was the lip sync when Maya did her back little handspring on the wall. I was like, "Fuck this!" Threw my phone down. I'm like, I don't see how y'all can like live tweet. Like, I can't get into it.
Yeah, you gotta like, I don't know. I've learned to do both of them at the same time.
I guess that's saying I'm not good at multitasking.
Yeah, you're not very good at multitasking.
Sorry.
So, delusions. What are you delusional about today? Today, I am delusional about. Let's say I'm delusional about drinking this Taylor Port before I have to make my way to the gym. Okay, because every time I drink this Taylor Port, I get sleepy, I get red, and I be drunk as the fuck.
Listen, and people like to read Taylor Port, but Taylor Port will literally get you there. Like, all you need is one or two drinks, and that's all it takes.
Mm-hmm.
And don't be like me. I use Taylor Port as a chaser.
You, are you dumb?
When I tell you we have some good nights.
That's too much.
It'll get you there. All you need is one drink.
So what are you delusional about today?
I'm delusional about life, but I think specifically I'm delusional about being a good multitasker. I didn't know I was a bad multitasker.
No, what you're delusional about is calling yourself Michelle Visage.
I mean, technically, if I'm coming on your show, I would be the Michelle Visage. Like, I wouldn't be Ross. Like, who else would I be?
Why? Oh, you're going to be Carson.
I wouldn't even be that. I want every episode. I don't need to be, like, popping in here and there.
Oh, so you're the main event besides RuPaul.
I mean, look at the material.
Let's save this energy while we recap last week's episode. So let's start rotating our wigs. This is part of the podcast where we recap last week's results in the salon while we get our wigs rotated and our edges laid and our Brazilian wavy bust down the middle part, 40 inches and all of that getting installed. So, I got on my Kelly Rowland bob. What kind of wig you got on?
I got a little pixie cut with a little. I'm gonna create a hair wig. I got a little pixie cut with a little bang. I don't know if they do that.
You got your bus driver wig on,
mm-hmm. and it's stale a little bit, so I don't even move.
Miss Hershey wigs.
Oh, well, I didn't say it was dry. I said it was stale.
So last week's episode was the Lip Sync Smackdown Extravaganza, and the winner was Morphine. Megami was the runner-up, and Morphine got $50,000 in a title of She Done Already Done Hers.
Mm-hmm.
So, what did you think about last week's episode?
So last week's episode was actually one of my favorite episodes of the season. I personally didn't think Morphine should have won.
Your lace line looks like Arv. Your hair is fried.
Even though I was rooting for my Florida sister, I just thought Megami should have took that. In my opinion, I just felt like she won that lip sync. If anything, it should have been a double save. Well, not really a double save, but a double win. But I personally didn't think Morphine won. Like Megami, she brought a different element to the song. I feel like she embodied the song. She was very funny. She was very camp. Like I personally just felt like she should have won.
Okay. Well, last week's episode, I did not recap for my usual listeners. If y'all was wondering where the hell the episode at, I just didn't feel like doing it. Okay. And it was just lip syncing. So I was like, I'll just address it this week. So this is one of my favorite episodes of the season. This is what I live for when it comes to Drag Race. I live for lip syncs and performance. That is the kind of drag I would do if I was a drag queen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not doing all that. I'm not doing all that comedy, dumb, hee hee ha ha stuff in theater. I'm doing lip sync, fierce the house, damn boots type of shit. So I honestly agree with Morphine winning. So when it came down to that last lip sync with Megami, I do think Megami won the first half of it. Like, especially when she put her puppet out and she was doing all that kind of stuff. I was like, oh my God, Megami might take this. But as the lip sync went on, you kind of see Megami like ran out of some stuff. And then Morphine kind of kicked it up into third gear halfway from the halfway point to the ending. So I would have gave it to Morphine. But I do want to give my props to Megami because she really showed a different side the entire night. Like she wasn't one of these queens that do the same thing to every performance. She really had a story and different shit. What she was going to do, like, each performance.
But I'm glad you touched on that because I feel like Morphine, like you literally just spoke Morphine's lip syncs ability. I feel like every time we've seen her do a lip sync, we get the same thing. She going to slap her ass.
We kind of do it. And she going to do a split.
She going to do a split. I didn't feel like a split was needed in that song, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. So that's why I felt like the range of talent that, I'm not saying that Morphine doesn't have any kind of range, but when it comes to lip sync, I just didn't see it. In that particular episode, to me, Megami really gave it to me. She gave us versatility.
Yes, she did. But judging from the season and this episode, I think Morphine deserved to be the queen of She Done Already Done Hers.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it.
So speaking of favorites, let's see what's our favorite number of tonight. So let's move into the episode. Hit it, DJ Holiday!
Mic check, pipe check. It's the first thing on my mind, ain't even out of bed yet. Versace sheets covered in Joe Malone. I need a hit to get me up with it, I never feel alone. Figurucci and Poochie to settle my nerves. I keep this coochie and Gucci to handle my curves. I got an itch, it's a bitch, and it can't be scratched. Joseph Moore, Kim Jones, in another batch of that. Louis V reigns supreme like a motherfucker. LL Bean, you can keep, bitch, I got a product. Carl, Chanel, and Fendi, Minaj, a trois, a dream team. McCourtney, a Bornese, about to drop some cheddar. Acne, and Marnie, but take it even better. Been to Betty for about a dozen times, but I ain't doing cocaine, I'm doing bachelor lines. What? You don't know? I gotta, shut up. I gotta, shut up.
So let's get into the start of this episode. So we see RuPaul. RuPaul comes out and do his 1-2 step, slide to the left, slide to the right.
His dances be cracking me up.
Miss Honey. Miss Honey.
What do you think about RuPaul number?
I mean, you gotta. So at first I was against it, and then I had to kind of like think about it. Like, you gotta get this man his props. Like, he's what, 70 something, pushing 80, still wearing high heels. And if I'm off by his age, I'm so sorry. I don't mean any disrespect by it, but he is a man of a certain age, and he is still able to get in those heels and do his little 1-2 step. I mean, I love it. The look by itself, like the look, I really love. I felt like it was giving like kind of driving vibes, like with the hair in the wind. Because I felt like the hair was like purposely like styled to like a certain kind of way to look like she was driving. I guess from the intro when she was driving the pink limousine. But overall, I like the performance.
I hate that hair.
You hated the hair?
I live tweeted and said I hated that wig.
Hold on. Think about the overall look and the theme.
I like the look.
Driving us to the show, basically. So it's like she got roll hair.
I still ain't like it.
Really?
I didn't like it. Yeah.
I guess for me, like I said, just thinking about the overall look, thinking about what they were going for, that I fell in love with it just because of that. And I could be completely wrong.
Here's my thing with RuPaul. So RuPaul, when RuPaul is not in drag, the bitch be moving. Bitch be high kicking, doing all this electric slide, cha-cha, walking out type shit. And then get in drag and be acting like Mariah Carey up there in a tube skirt.
It's funny you said that, because me and my friends was talking about it, and I literally said that. I said, it gives Mariah Carey when she was halfway performing, they had to like literally pick her up
and lift her up.
Yeah, move her arms. I was like, that's what it gives. But again, this is like a man of a certain age in high heels, not no kitten heels, doing all of this in the waist cincher, padding. So give him some grace.
RuPaul has moved better than this. RuPaul was voguing and shit when she did Just What They Want. I forgot what season it was, but she was performing that single Just What They Want, and she was voguing and
you don't know the season,
giving a lot more energy. Look, after watching 15 franchises and knowing over 300 queens, my memory get a little.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know.
Oh, because you only watched the U.S. franchise.
Who said that?
Oh, I know.
No, definitely don't.
Yeah, we're not going to get into that.
Yeah, that's a different podcast.
So did you like RuPaul's number?
I did overall. I mean, it gives what she normally gives. So it's what I come to expect when she's performing.
I love RuPaul's 1-2 step. It's funny to me, but I think it needs to be a little bit more grand than what it was. And I did not like that song.
Yeah, I did not like that song at all.
So after RuPaul comes up and do the number, the eliminated queens do their walkthrough. Do you have any favorites, any memorable eliminated queens when they came out in their grand ensembles?
Nymphia, hands down.
Bye.
She's not part of the eliminated queen.
Oh, you said eliminated. You did say eliminated queens. I'm so sorry. Q is my second one.
So you really like? I can't remember what she was wearing. So Mirage is my favorite.
Really?
Mirage in that hair, Mirage in that makeup. It's something about. I'm obsessed with Mirage. I love Mirage.
So she was safe for me. Mm-hmm. I felt like it could have been bigger. Like it should be a production.
Bigger.
It should be a production. This is your finale look. You were eliminated. You were eliminated through a second.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like in that case, like, bitch, you supposed to do your big one. And I just felt like she was like, we just get a girls a little light number.
Yeah, I don't think nobody looked it crazy to me. Geneva maybe a little bit. I don't really. I knew what she was going for, but I didn't really like what Geneva had on.
So you like Hershey's look?
Yeah, Hershey actually gave me pageant, gave me finale. It was giving me finale.
Hershey.
Yeah, when she was in blue, right?
I thought she was in green. Maybe she was in blue. Maybe she wasn't blue.
I like what Hershey. She had that little cut wig. I liked it.
I felt like Hershey, Geneva, Tsunami. Like, what the hell was that? I like the material. I love that. I don't know if they created that fabric or if they bought it that way. I like that material, but the overall look, how it was like going to one side, and I was just like, girl, what is this?
Well, I'm not gonna be too hard on these queens because they actually filmed the finale like 3 months after they wrapped filming, so it's not like they
Oh,
had.
really?
Yeah, so usually they do it a year after, and the girls have time to tour money and designers are
That
busting down
makes
their
more
DMs and stuff.
sense.
Yeah, so they really ain't have nobody really knew them when they did this finale. Not even the bitches in the audience, besides the people that they brought. So all them random ass people in the audience, they ain't even watched the damn season yet.
You
So
can tell. I remember seeing this black girl with her little fake clap. I wish somebody would have took a screenshot of her and make it a meme.
Clap, 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 clap that ass, bitch.
Because it was giving Nancy Pelosi clap.
they ain't really know what the fuck was going on. They was just enjoying the drag show.
Come on, make a fan, because I didn't know that.
Yeah, so they filmed this like 3 months after they wrapped filming, and the reason why they did that is because I guess production is tired of the leak information. Because last year, Anitra, they had to like retape all the performance because one of the dancers flopped or whatever, broke something, and
he broke his leg.
Some of the Rue girls online talking about it and stuff like that. So I guess he wanted to change it up this year. But I don't mind the change up.
Yeah.
So let's get into the top 3 solo numbers. First up was Nymphia Win. What did you think about Nymphia's solo number?
So it was cute. My only critique was I felt like when she performs, not when she performed. I felt like when she performed that particular number, there was no emotion in her face. So if you like go back and watch it, her face was just like very still. It kind of looked as if she was trying not to like smile or laugh. That's what I got from it, but I just didn't really get any emotion. To me, she wasn't like emoting that emotion in the song. But that would be my only critique. Other than that, I loved it.
I like Nymphia's performance. This is our first time we got to see her like actually perform. I should say, because she didn't lip sync during. She didn't lip sync for her life during the season.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody was like, okay, what is Nymphia gonna do? What is Nymphia gonna do? And this was not a bad performance for like her first time like doing something of this at this level.
Correct.
I like the wind and the hair. I like the flowy fabric and all of that. It lifted her up. She was giving me goddess vibes. Yeah, when it comes to her facial expression when she lip syncs, I don't think she's very expressive when it comes to face.
I disagree though, because I've seen some of her other performances and she was giving it. I just felt like the way I interpreted was she was kind of holding back. I didn't think she wanted to show all of her cards just yet until that final performance, which is really smart when you think about it.
Well, maybe she liked the song she was giving.
Didn't they have to make their own song?
Well, they send inspiration for it, and then the people come up with the song, and then you got to learn it.
I mean, that could be true.
Yeah. So let's get into a Plain Jane solo number, and I've seen some things online about this one. So what do you think about Plain Jane?
First of all, body.
Body, yaddy, 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 yaddy.
Like, I don't know how the fuck.
Bodysuit.
It's not even a bodysuit, the body itself. Like, the way
the padding.
Well, I'm from Florida, so we just say body. Padding, what's that? That's body. But the way she does her padding, it's just like, bitch. Like, bitch, she went to school. That's what she got her major in, padding. Because it looks so natural. But the overall performance, I actually loved it. I loved the first, I like the first bodysuit. I definitely didn't see a reveal coming outside of that, which was really kind of cute. And then that hair and her makeup, even though she has the same makeup every time you see her, but that hair with that makeup, I was just like, oh, this bitch is gorgeous.
She does serve body adi when she's in drag, and on what you're packing, she said that her padding comes from somebody that sculpts
that makes
the padding
sense
to her body instead of being like I guess a lot of padding is like Africa shaped of the country Africa.
Yeah,
that they were saying, but actually like the person sculpts it to like booty cheeks and stuff like that or hip things. I don't know what the fuck she was saying, but Plain Jane's number, I think she did a lot of movement. It was a lot going on in that performance. I was like, okay, mama is dancing. But it just seemed like a lot. the song to me, it was cute, but it wasn't like, oh my god, I like this song. It's not something I'm gonna go back and listen to. And also, I think that she tried too hard to be funny. Like, I know she's a Jack in a Box, but I still don't really understand Plain Jane's drag character at this point.
I really don't think Plain understands her drag. I think she just wants to, like, her as a drag queen. I'm not a big fan of. I grew, like, she grew on me, but at first, oh no, I was not Team Plain Jane. I felt like she don't really know her drag just yet, because even when Ru did the whole like tell us about your, the whole picture moment when she had to speak to her younger self, I felt like she was trying too hard to be funny. To your point, and it wasn't. I felt like in that moment you should have like really let your guard down and kind of give us a taste of Plain.
Yeah, she's trying to put up this like hard front and also just trying to be funny.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, I know you want to try to make Ru laugh and come across like hee hee ha ha, but you gotta give us something to make us fall in love with you. I mean, I love Plain. I loved her from the moment she walked in.
Really?
I like her bitchiness. I love everything about her. I wouldn't change anything about her during the season, but I think that she should let us in a little bit more. I know she's a little guarded, and those Russians are hard to please.
I was just about to say that. Do you think it's a Russian thing?
I do. I identify with Plain in a lot of ways. Like, Plain Jane came out late. I came out late as well. I mean, everybody knew, like, oh, this bitch gay. But I didn't really tell my mom I was gay until I was in basic training. And I wrote her a letter. And I said, hey, I told her to tell my sister to follow this boy on Instagram and give him and get me the address so I can write him letters. And I told my mom at the same time, I was like, hey, I am, I'm a little gay. And she wrote me back. She said she still loved me and that she always knew since I was a kid and tried to play with my freaking sister toys. And I also identify with Plain Jane's heritage issue because I am part Thai in the Asian culture. Stuff that's like not positive we don't talk about.
Really?
So me being gay was kind of like a what the fuck, and nobody was like really trying to bring it up. And whenever they seen I was not acting mask, they'd be like, boys don't do this, girls do this, boys do this, blah blah blah. So it took a long time for me. It took a long time for me to accept myself and love myself, and also let people in. I still have trouble with that to this day.
Really? Well, I love that. How old were you when you did decide to come out?
I was 22.
Okay.
In college. Yeah, my first time going to a gay club, 22. First time having sex with a boy, was 22. Well, I mean, I was playing around. I got some like oral stuff going on when I was 18 while I was in college, but I actually didn't have sex till I was 22.
Come inside.
I've said that before.
Oh, see, look, I jumped in the water head first. As soon as I knew that I like guys, in Florida, we grew up a little faster in Florida.
Well, I was a little sheltered at the same time. I don't know. It was just weird. My household was weird. So let's go on to the final solo number, and it is Sapphira Crystal. What did you think about? How about I say Christina? What did you think about Sapphira's final solo number? Like, oh my god!
I feel like what's her name on American Idol? She always says, "Is it Paula?" I feel like a Paula Abdul. Like I'm always like giving positive critiques. Because Sapphira, to me, she was really good. Like she was my favorite actually. She was the most entertaining in my opinion. Yeah. She was the most dramatic in my opinion, and then just seeing like the little dance number that they did, I was like, oh yeah, like she literally got me out of my seat. Like I was literally, I was laying down, and then like after like once her number started to speed up, I was like, oh bitch. I'm like jumping up. I had to apologize to my neighbors because I'm like, they probably think it's a Super Bowl in here because I was screaming. Like she got me up.
I love Sapphira final number. It was everything. I was like, wow, this bitch killed this. She danced the house down boots. She could put some opera stuff in there. She took up the entire stage. She was left, right, front, center, middle. And everything about this performance, I fucking love. She had the best solo performance, hands down. And I said, you know what? Sapphira's winning the crown.
Yes, you sound like me. Took the words out of my mouth.
She won the crown when I seen that final performance.
You can tell she has a background in theater because I felt like her whole theater background just kind of emoted on that stage. Like it came out.
Right. So next up in the performance department, we've seen Sasha Colby, our previous winner, come out and do her number to Megan Thee Stallion's "I'm Her." I love that song.
Me too. Ooh, that's loud. But I tell you, I'll be in my car like I don't even identify as she or her, but I'll be like, I'm her. Like I be feeling my
hello.
And then my windows ain't even all the way tinted, so I don't know. People next to me be like, "What the fuck?" I be
This
like,
fucking punk.
Her. Okay.
I ain't got time for all that faggot shit. Yes, I do.
I was like, I'm her. It was at one point my friends was like, Darius, stop playing that song. I'm like, but just one more time.
What did you think about Sasha Colby's number to this song?
So being as though that song is like so cunty, that song is like so pussy, I felt like she gave us a 4 out of 10. Because I felt like all she did was just walk around. And zip her thing up and down. I was like, okay, she about to like take this off and do a reveal. Okay, no, she's not. Okay, she about to do a reveal. No, okay. Like that's how I felt.
I felt like it was a letdown. But then again, this is only a couple months after her reign, actually. Because it's not like a year. She didn't even have a full year to enjoy being Sasha Colby, the winner. Like this was only a few months after her reign. Honestly.
Excuse me. When you put it that way, I mean, no, I can't give that to her. Because she's different. She's been doing drag. She's been performing, number one. Before she started doing drag, she's been performing for a long time. So I think I have this high expectation of her already, just knowing who she was and her reputation prior to winning Drag Race, being a Miss Continental winner. Like, I expected Continental Sasha. Like, the performance she gave when she was, doing her Continental numbers and stuff like that. Like, that's what I expected. I expected background dancers. But, I mean, I guess even just given the fact that she, like you said, she only had been the winner for a couple of months. So I guess I can give her grace in that aspect. But I still expected a performance.
I expected the grand finale shit. This is the first time a winner has came back and performed. The girls just usually walk in a final outfit and blah blah blah. But because it's Sasha Colby, they allow her to perform. So why not give that girl backup dancers? Why not give her stage props of like a super like glamorous moment? Like I don't know what Sasha was doing. She was walking around. She was stirring sex and pussy and all of that. But to this song, like this is a ballroom song,
it really
per
is.
se.
Legendary. I'm legendary.
Like,
really
bring that energy.
Like,
where's all the girls voguing?
I expected that. Like, I would have been fine if she would have brought that lay on me and be like, bitch, just do your big one in the background while I'm just walking around getting pussed. And I would be like, bitch, yes.
So my theory is that she didn't go hard out. By the way, I like what she did. I like what she did, y'all. It just wasn't Sasha Colby. What she do in the real world.
From Sasha.
Yeah, it wasn't what she do in the real world for real. And I also seen her perform live here. But I think that she didn't go hard because she didn't want to mess up her makeup. Because because she still got to come out in her grand finale look, which we're gonna get to.
That makes sense. I really thought they because she did come out really fast after. I did not put two and two together. I just thought they kind of took a pause, took a break, and then kind of reset like a couple of hours later or something like that.
I don't know. I don't think they get like hours. They get like minutes.
Even
like
30 minutes, though.
Like 20, 30 minutes type shit.
But I guess that's not enough time to paint her face.
Oh, hell no. Not for a drag face. I mean, you can erase eyeshadow real quick and put a different color on. But when she first came out, that face was beat.
Yeah.
I said, damn, her face is fierce for like a little solo number. I was like, she ain't never looked like that.
I wonder, does she have the same makeup for her grand finale? And she does. I'm looking at her picture. She really does.
She did. She just added some other stuff to her face that with the outfit.
That makes so much sense. That makes so much sense.
Yeah, so I figured that she didn't go hard out because she didn't want to mess up her face. Or whatever. So I'm like, okay. So after Sasha Colby, let's get into the Eliminated Queens vote number, I say. They came out and did that funk song that I fucking hate.
Yes,
God. They did the funk song. But in my opinion, these queens look fucking good.
Bitch. fuck the queens. Let's get it to Dawn. To me,
Oh my
that's the best
God, Dawn looked
ever.
good, right?
That's the best Dawn has ever looked. Like I was like, okay, like she had lost me for a minute. At first when she came out, I was a Dawn fan. I was a Dawn fan, and then when I felt like, okay, I'm about to get the same kind of blue face every week, I was like, okay, I'm getting bored with Dawn. All right, let me put Dawn on the shelf. I don't want to play with her anymore. And then this finale, the little voting number, I was like, okay, Dawn, I'm about to play with you again. Like I love you.
Dawn has always been my girl since the very beginning. I love Dawn. I like alternate type of drag, and I love elf type
I
shit.
do too. But I
And
like
she killed it
range
for me.
too. And I just felt like it's cute to give us that, but give us like a different kind of face. Like give us, I feel like I think Evie Oddly is a great representation of like it's okay to be different, but like switch it up a little bit. Like I feel like with Dawn, like we know essentially what to expect. Like we know the aesthetic. We may not know what she's going to give exactly, but we know it's going to be a blue or purple face. And it's going to be something crazy. Like even for the finale look, I would have really loved if she. Granted, I loved her finale look by the way, but I would have loved if she would have gave us like just like full glam, just for once. But this one, I felt like I got my glam moment. So that's when I was like, okay, I love her.
She looked good. So I'm gonna touch bases on that. So I noticed like when a lot of alternate queens are on the show, RuPaul says I want to serve glamour, which is fair, but at the same time, I don't think it's fair because they don't ask the glamour girls to be alternate.
Correct, and I think they because I noticed they didn't do that this year. That was one of the things I noticed. I also noticed they're allowing queens to do the same silhouette every week and the same makeup every week. And not calling them out on it. So I think.
Well, Michelle did mention something about Dawn's makeup.
Did she? I don't remember.
Yeah, she mentioned it because it was a debate online. No. She said something about she said something about Dawn ears, and then she said something about Megami's makeup.
I thought
everybody
she said something about Plain Jane.
She said, "Are we gonna keep seeing elf ears this season to Dawn?"
Oh.
And Dawn was like, "No." And then she told Megami that although she changes her drag, her face is always the same. But she don't say that to Morphine. I don't remember if she said it to Plain, but she don't say it to a queen like Morphine.
She said it about Plain silhouette, but Plain literally paint the same face every day.
So
she just changed her lip.
Right. I mean, so it's like I think they just do it to certain queens. They don't keep the same standard for everybody, and I just wish they kept it fair across the board. If you're gonna tell an alt queen to serve glamour, tell a glamour queen to serve alt.
But I also think glamorous queens they have their moments when they like will kind of give us a little alternative drag.
Yeah.
Even on the season.
Like Lucy LaDuca.
Let loose, I said let loose.
Or even Trinity.
And Lux too.
Oh, let's not get into her. That's my baby. Even Trinity though, like I love my Orlando sister, even though she's not originally from Orlando. She gives glam, but then she'll also switch it up and give you alternate too. Or give
her drag is Jack in the Box. You really don't know what you're gonna get from her.
Which is I love her. We get off the subject, but really quick, I just love like her growth because when she first came on the show, I feel like she would have never given us camp.
And exactly, she didn't know she was that type of girl. Yeah,
correct.
She learned that she can serve comedy and camp while on the show.
That's what I love about Drag Race. Like it really pushes girls to like really figure out like who they are.
Right. And let them try things that they never tried before.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's get into the runway. And it is called Looking Good and Feeling What? Gorgeous.
Or Georges.
or Georges. we're gonna be that might or might not be making an appearance very soon. So
around the runway, another payday, cover of magazines. And when they see me, they wanna be me. I am a fantasy.
So this is part of the podcast where the queens feel their delusional French vanilla fantasies. The girls will receive lattes based off their looks. Whipped cream means everything. Espressos means safe, and not filled means bottom. Get the fuck out of our latte store. And the category is Grand Finale Eleganza Extravaganza. So let's get into Nymphia's win finale look. So she came out as a banana, did her reveals, walked the runway, Give me your thoughts on Nymphia Wynn's finale look.
So before I give my thoughts, I'm gonna go ahead and rate her. I'm gonna rate her whipped cream, extra, extra, extra whipped cream. Like, just give me a cup. Give me a cup with nothing but whipped cream in it. Fill it up to the top. Put extra whipped cream on that, and then I want whipped cream on the side. Like,
okay, goddamn.
Right, ladies, let's see the glamour.
Goddamn.
And a shot of whipped cream too. But I really loved her look. Like, it was so beautiful. It kind of gave me like, I remember Cardi B wore like this Mugler dress or gown. I forgot what she wore it to. It was kind of like pink at the top, and then it was like it kind of was peeling on the like the mid area in black. I felt like it kind of gave me that moment. And then just obviously seeing her, you know, kind of represent her bananas, I fell in love with it. She was my favorite look of the night.
I'm gonna give her whipped cream as well. Like, kudos to her. Now, during the season, I had my critiques on her. I said I was tired of the yellow and I'm fucking tired of the bananas. But you know, this queen stick to her motherfucking category, okay?
Come on,
She said, bitch, I am branding the fuck out of these bananas. This is who I am, and y'all motherfuckers gonna see it. And she came out. She just didn't give us yellow. She gave us a sickening high fashion banana, bitch.
That part.
She was the banana.
Okay, I'm gonna give y'all banana one more time, and it's gonna be the last time I give y'all banana on this show.
She was the fucking banana, bitch. And I just thought it was very smart, creative.
It was.
And it was to her. It's something I've never seen before. So I'm truly still being gagged.
Gagged them a bit, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
cream for her.
That was so beautiful. Her creativity and the fact that she only did that in 3 months.
Right.
Are you serious?
Woo! Next up is a Plain Jane. What did you think about Plain Jane's red number?
Sister. So I'm giving her 2. So first is going to be whipped cream. I loved even though it was the same makeup, I just love the aesthetic of the look. She brought her own crown to the finale, which I normally don't like when girls do that, but it kind of worked for me just because of the uniqueness of the crown. And then the silhouette of the dress. I love the part where it kind of gets to like an espresso for me was when she opened it up. To me, I didn't too much care for it at that point. I felt like it was giving like what's the little skating, the ice skating. It was kind of giving
like ice skate, figure skaters.
It was kind of giving me figure skaters with like an extra long gown. Like, I did not like that when she opened it up. I was like, "Ooh, no, close it."
Yeah, it kind of lessened the value a little bit when she opened it up.
Yeah, like cheapened it.
Yeah. I'm gonna give her 3 shots of espresso. The face was beat. The mug was stamped, bitch. That makeup was
it's the same makeup.
But it was on.
It's funny because what's the name said the same thing too. What is her name? She does RuPaul's makeup.
Raven
said the same thing. She was like, Plain has the same makeup every week. And it's the truth. Like, I would have liked to see a different beat on her.
Well, it looked more polished tonight. Like she used some more product.
But she's normally I will say you can't knock her polish. Like, the bitch is polished. I feel like she's still trying to figure out her drag, but the bitch is polished.
Very, very polished. I like this look. It wasn't a whipped cream for me because, once she opened it up, I was kind of like, I don't know. I know she was going for, throwing a little slut vibe in there and show the legs, but I feel like this is supposed to be grand finale. You're in the top 3. I needed something a little bit more extravagant, a little bit of something like breathtaking, and it was a normal pageant gown for me.
Yeah.
If I seen a local queen in this, I would like it work. It wasn't giving me anything like main stage worthy. But I still
red
like
on her skin though. Oh, red is definitely one of her colors.
I love red. Oh
my gosh,
I will fuck Plain Jane with those pads.
Eat my ass. Kids go down there and eat my ass. Go down there and eat my ass.
Oh. On next week's episode of Will You Fuck a Drag Queen?
So let's get into Sapphira Solo's final look.
I think I'm about to get kicked out of the show. So Sapphira, first of all, I'm gonna say that's my baby. I love me some Sapphira, but it's definitely, the latte was not prepared for me.
It had a
And
hole at the bottom.
listen, the card declined. So we couldn't prepare it. Sorry. We're gonna send you next door to Starbucks. But for me it was just costuming.
Yes, very that. High value
And
costume, but it was
it high
costume.
value? Because I felt like let me be clear. Like the breastplate, the
I didn't like it.
breastplate for me just kind of cheapened it. And then I get she was going for, in my mind, she was going for like I'm about to say Black America. She was going for Black Panther vibe, in my opinion, and kind of giving like Mother Taru or whoever what's the name was playing. Queen Mother. She was giving like Angela Bassett. That was my take on it. But that blue on her skin, that royal blue, was so gorgeous. Her face looked good. I love that hair on her. But that would be my only positive critiques. Everything else, I felt like it just kind of, to me, it gave cheap costume. Like that gold material around her neck, it didn't look high quality for me. I'm pretty sure she spent a bag on it, but for me, I just didn't like it.
So I love how Sapphira has big drag. I love big drag on this show. I don't like a little body piece, but she had giant drag. But for me, this was not giving me. I seen Sapphira in some better looking stuff than this on the main stage, and it was giving me a high value costume, but at the same time, she looked so stiff and stuck in it that I was kind of like, I don't know. She didn't sell it. She didn't sold it to me. So if she sold it to me how she presented it, then I would have been like, okay. But she looked so stiff in it. Like she would have strutted, modeled the fuck out of it. Was like, yeah, I'm here. I'm the warrior, goddess, princess, bitch. Then I would have been like, okay, I'm living. But she didn't sell me the fantasy.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind like something. I wouldn't mind even bigger, like her hair, like kind of something similar to when she did that Cher number and she had the huge hair. Like I would have loved something like that on her with like a cute little gown. I love a cute gown.
So let's get into Malaysia Baby Doll Fox. Miss Congeniality. She came out and served her look. What did you think about her look?
I loved it. It was for me, it was so creative. For me, it's a whipped cream. Just looking at that material, she looked like, I don't know if she was going for a bird or a fox. But
she was going for an eagle because she said it on Twitter. She was going for an eagle because of the voting situation.
What was the voting situation?
When the girls was in the red, white, and blue behind her. So she wanted to come out as an American eagle.
That makes sense because I'm like, I didn't know if it was a fox, but then I'm like, well, foxes don't really have feathers like that.
Yeah.
They don't have feathers at all. But I was like, okay, I don't know the concept, but it was cute. It was very cute. I liked it. Me personally, I love her. Her makeup was gorgeous. Her hair was gorgeous. Like I don't have any negative critiques about what she wore.
This is what. So you giving her whipped cream espresso?
I'm sorry. She get a whipped cream with a shot of espresso on the top. I feel like
I'm gonna give her whipped cream because this is the best I ever seen Malaysia look.
Listen.
This is the type of drag that I wanted from her on her season, and she never really gave the reason why. I remember she alluded to she was gonna tell us the reason why her makeup wasn't the way it was supposed to be looking on a season and stuff like that, but she never really said so. But this is the type of drag that I want from her. She looked fucking amazing. You could tell that she used her Miss Congeniality money or her touring money, and she got the work. She said, "Mama, I am pulling out the look."
I'm gonna be honest. I actually expected Maya to have this type of drag when she came on the season, because I know Malaysia. Her best friend, I can't think of his name. He's
that fine ass boy with those big old holes in his ear.
Yeah, not the fine ass boy. I know they all like run into they all like in like the same like social circle in Miami. So I think his name is Jalan or Julian or something like that. I expected her to kind of have him, make some of her stuff and give us this type of drag.
So Maya's situation, and she looked so good in her blue outfit, and like it was everything.
Even, to me, her entrance look was gorgeous. Her finale final walk. That, oh my gosh, she was like my top 3. I was
So Mala, I'm mixing their name.
Maya. I always do
So
that too.
Maya, her designer didn't send her outfits
Yep, I know.
a couple
That's
hours before she
why.
left to go to the show.
And they even, when she got there, she said they even sent him a label to send her to mail everything off, and he never sent it. He said he sent it, but he never. When they checked the tracking, they didn't see any movement.
He probably lied because he never fucking make it.
Exactly, just took that girl money. So that's why she was like, she had a point to prove on her finale entrance, which I was just like, okay, girl, point proven. Even Carson was like, okay, bitch. I was like, yeah.
And her makeup looked good because I had an issue with her banana powder during her season. It was very like she slapped herself in the face with banana powder and kept it going. But yeah, they looked good. So let's get into the final look of the night, which is Sasha Colby's step down gown. What did you think about that in the earrings to the pasties? Like, oh my god.
I actually loved it. She gets the whipped cream from me with a little shot. I feel like I'm just making my own rules. A shot of espresso.
A couple of wall. She gets to the wall.
She does. And she could get some coffee in that too if she wanted. But I love the silver color. It just looked really expensive. She just still looked gorgeous. She really did. It was giving like expensive slut because the titties was out, but I loved it.
I loved it too, and I'm surprised she didn't. I don't know the background of this gown, but I'm surprised she didn't do like a Hawaii something.
I feel like that was kind of Hawaii-esque though, like with the hairpiece. I feel like that was kind of giving Hawaii. No shade. It kind of looks like she was coming out of her bag, like literally, like she was just popping out of a bag, and like jewels, like she was the jewel dripping out of the bag. Basically, that's how I took it, like the Hawaiian jewels.
I don't know. I mean, I was living there for 3 years, and I don't remember seeing nothing looking like this.
Oh, really?
But,
okay.
Yeah,
well, before
I moved to Texas, I was in Hawaii. But regardless of that, she looked fucking amazing. I loved everything about this. She gonna get whipped cream from me.
Yeah, she
loved it. And you could tell, like, she spent some coin on this. It was amazing.
For 3 months, and you came up with that. I'm very impressed. Look, fuck the performance. You gave us what we needed in that look.
Yes. All right, dun. Let's get into the deliberation of it all. So, Miss Congeniality. For the first time in Drag Race history, we have a tie.
A tie?
A tie, bitch. And the winners are Tsunami Muse and Sapphira Solo. What did you think about it being time for Miss Congeniality?
So, shout out to Black Girl Magic.
Yes.
Because I was just happy that for the 6th season in a row it's been a Black girl.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's probably more than that, probably a 7, maybe 6, I don't know. But just the fact that it's been Black Queen since Miss, what's her name, with the gap in her mouth,
Heidi
in the closet
since season 12. Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to I don't have a gap, so I can't do it. Mm-hmm. But I love that. I've been talking big shit because my friends that do the few friends that I have that actually watch the show, everybody kept saying it was either going to be out of those two. But I was like, Sapphira can't do it because she's in the running for the crown. We've never had anybody that was in the top 3 be Miss Congeniality. So I was like, no, she's not going to do it. And I was mistaken because she won, which I think was very correct. She was definitely giving us mother vibes. I've been counted Tsunami as the top. I mean, as Miss Congeniality. She was so sweet during the season. And me knowing that she's a Taurus, I was like, that feels very correct. But yeah, I'm a stand for it. I loved it. I think it felt correct.
So with me, a tie for this is kind of like, okay, I really don't think a lot of people really be caring about Miss Congeniality. I do. Wrong. I never really see people like really talking about it, how they talk about the winners. So
I do. That'd be like the main things that I look for on
the
night. It's this Miss Congeniality. After like the final looks, is Miss Congeniality in the crown.
Well, maybe it's just me who I really don't be really caring. I really didn't see. I know Tsunami was like one of the other most like queens besides Sapphira, but I never really thought about Miss Congeniality this season. To be honest,
that's the first thing I think of. Like, as the season progressed, I always like to identify like who's going to be who do I think going to be Miss Congeniality. And I just kind of had in my mind who I think, and it was always out of those two, I didn't think it would be a tie. And then being as though, like I said, Sapphira was in the top, she was running still. I was just like, well, she's not going to win, so it's obviously going to be Tsunami.
So I want to know, is this rigged? I want to know, did those votes really be a tie and tie? Because I really do know that I really know for a fact every single queen on that cast loves Sapphira.
Mm-hmm.
And I also know they also like Tsunami because Tsunami was there to have a good time. So I'm trying to think of so towards the end, we're going to see who won the competition. But I think the producers was producing and was like, let's make Sapphira Miss Congeniality because we might crown somebody else.
I don't think so. I feel like even though the queens like I'm about to say suspect and respect Sapphira, I think they probably have like personal relationships with Tsunami. Like maybe some of like I can see Morphine, even though like she's really cool, probably respect Sapphira. I could see her not even voting for Sapphira because of the fact that her best friend is Tsunami. Right. So even though she probably feel like Sapphira would is technically the miscongeniality, she's like, well, bitch, I'm not gonna vote her over my friend. So I feel like a lot of girls probably was voting that way.
I think they got to vote for more than one queen too.
Or even that, maybe have to do like a top 3. I wonder if we can bring a queen on here and like figure that out, like an old queen.
Right. So those two are the top, all the winners of Miss Congeniality. So hey, kudos to them. And they also get what, $25,000, I think.
It was only 10.
Oh damn! Really?
Sit your broke ass down.
That's what I. Oh damn! Really?
So who got $25,000?
So.
Oh, okay. I know who got it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm gonna get that when we get down.
Okay.
So RuPaul comes in and announces the top 3 queens are going down to a top 2. Before we announce the top 2, who did you think was going to be top 2?
Sapphira and Nymphia.
I low-key thought they were going to be the top 2 out of these top 3 because Plain Jane was not very strong tonight, and plus her answers to RuPaul questions was kind of giving me hee hee ha ha. I'm not taking it serious, so I kind of saw Sapphira and Nymphia going to the top 2, and I was right because RuPaul announces the top 2 queens of the week are Sapphira and Nymphia Wynn. Those are the 2 queens running for the motherfucking crown. And the eliminated queen is Plain Jane.
She was salty. Oh, she was so salty.
You can tell in her face. She had a lust in Mistress.
She was like, this stupid bitch. No, it was given, what's her name? It was given Jan.
Oh, yeah.
That's all. So, I was like, oh, look at Jan.
So Plain Jane got $25,000?
Yeah, she ended up, which I thought was BS because they've never done that. I felt like they should have put that together and just gave that to the second place winner.
The second place winner got some money too.
Yeah, they got 25 too, but I felt like it should have been 50.
Oh, okay. So yeah, because Lady Camden had got 50. So this time they had 50. No, Lady Camden got 50.
I thought the winner got 200 and she got. Oh, you're right. I'm tripping. The winner had got 150 and she got 50.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I think originally they had that money for 50K, and it was like we're gonna get a third girl 25, and then we'll get a second runner up 25.
Which I thought was BS, but maybe they were just like, well, okay, yeah. Let me shut up. Okay.
So what did you think about Plain Jane's run on the show before we get into the final lip sync?
Well, as I stated earlier, I wasn't the biggest Plain Jane fan at first. I felt like she was being a bully. But I didn't think she should have won that first episode. If I'm being honest, I didn't think she should have been in the top that first episode. But she was very strategic, so I got to give her that. But yeah, I felt like she was being a big bully, so I didn't like her at first. But she grew on me, and I if I have to like kind of speak on her, like say one word to describe her, I would say consistent.
I love Plain Jane. Since cast announcement, it was a big drama when she first got announced.
Wow.
Some girls from Brooklyn were saying like she was another sexual assaulter.
Oh,
she put her hands down this person's pants, and they didn't give her permission to. It was a big backlash on Plain Jane before she even got to walk through the fucking front door. But they hashed that out. They said they were gonna leave it alone, and blah blah blah. It was a big deal. So Since that moment, my eyes have been on Plain Jane, and then the season started, and then I was watching like when the queens be like, when they do the press week and stuff, everybody was saying Plain Jane was the villain, everybody was saying Plain Jane this, Plain Jane that. So I was like, it's something about this girl everybody keeps talking about. So as the season progressed and went on, I was like, okay, Plain Jane is that girl. Whether you like her or not, she's a predominant character in this Drag Race franchise, and that's what Drag Race look for. Whether you're the most hated or the most liked, you will be cast for future endeavors because you get the fans talking, you bring the viewership in. They're definitely going to recast her for something.
I mean, I couldn't even say it would be the Drag Race Live because she's not really a performer like that just yet. So I wonder what it is.
They'll probably put her back on All Stars with a mandatory meeting.
I can see that. They want the drama. They want that.
They definitely will. They'll probably do that. They'll probably cast Mistress and Lux again with Lucy LaDuca.
Oh Lord.
They'll be trying to do shit like that.
I can see Mistress and Lucy being on it together. I think that would be so dramatic. Or even Mistress and Malaysia being together, I think would be cute.
Yeah, so let's get into the lip sync of the night, honey. That has fucking caused drama all across Twitter. So the lip sync of tonight is Nymphia Wynn versus Sapphira Solo, and they lip sync to Padam Padam by Kylie Minogue. Before we get started in the lip sync, do you like this song?
No, I was not a big fan of this song.
All the gays is putting Kylie Minogue on some like Cher and Madonna level. I don't be knowing Kylie like that. Never listened to her music growing up, but I do like the song.
Did you really?
Yeah, I remember Jimbo had a viral video dancing to that song as what's that character he played for that character
Annie?
Yeah, that. He was dressed up as that character doing that little dance
in the best way. I still laugh at that video. Like, oh, that was so funny. But
Shirley Temple, that's what it was.
I said Annie.
Yeah, Shirley Temple. He was dancing to Shirley Temple to that song, and it went real viral last year. So yeah, so I like the song. So let's get into the lip sync, bitch. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm gonna say it. Nymphia, Sapphira got her ass handed to her.
She did.
It's not like she went out like a plasma to a Maya situation, but Sapphira, what the fuck happened? Like, you fumbled the bag hard. Sapphira is this queen. She's a very veteran queen. So in the clubs, when you see veteran queens, they let the lip sync build up. You know what I'm saying? For the first minute and a half of the song, they just standing in one spot, letting you drawing the crowd in. But I can't, like, if listeners, if y'all go back and listen to my previous episodes about about Sapphira's lip sync style, you can't do that on this show because the lip syncs are a minute and 30 seconds. They edit it down to a minute and 30 seconds. So as soon as that beat drop, you got to amp it up. You can start at a 7 and get to a 10, but you can't start at a 4 and work your way to a 10.
Yeah.
Because that's just not how the edit works. She was waiting for the song to build up, but Nymphia was running circles all around her by then.
Yeah.
The vampire teeth, I wasn't understanding.
It's funny, everybody's saying that. Like, why the vampire teeth? Because I don't know either.
I didn't watch Padam Padam music video. I don't know if Kylie Minogue had some vampire stuff going on in that music video or whatever. I didn't get it.
But even still, I feel like you should have a concept behind it. Like, in your look, I feel like it's one of those things, we shouldn't have to do the legwork to understand what you mean by that.
Right.
In my opinion. But I do agree. I feel like it's one of those things where, like, you see, like, you may have this idea of how you want to do the song, but when you see your competition doing, like, just really going at a 10, I feel like at that point, you're supposed to be like, bitch, fuck this shit. Like, bitch, let me get this whole run for her money.
Yes, I don't know what the hell was going on. I mean, Sapphira, oh my God. Nymphia opened her thing. The balloons came out. I was like, okay, that's cute. And it's also, I read on Twitter that this is a callback to one of my favorite Chinese dramas in all-time history. She called back to that Pacific Chinese drama, the Empress in the Palace. And I was like, okay, I didn't recognize that. I was like, okay, this is cute. But oh my God. So she had a smart reveal doing that, going back to her Taiwanese Chinese heritage. And then she was fucking at the back of the stage, legs in the air, dropping to a split, running from left to right, voguing. She had some little catwalk movements up in there. And Sapphira was just getting out of her dress.
But even in that moment, like, you can see the emotion on her face. Like I felt like she gave me what I needed. Everything that she was kind of, I guess, lacking or not really giving us in her first performance. In this one, I felt like it was one of those things where she kind of left it all on the stage. And in a sense, it kind of reminded me of like, I think I told you this on Twitter. It kind of reminded me of like that Sasha Velour Shea Coulee moment where I felt like we all just knew Shea was going to win and she was going to be crowned that season. At least everybody I knew felt that way. And then Sasha just kind of did her roses and kind of she took the crown. I felt like it just kind of reminded me of that.
So I had told when my homeboy was like, "Who you rooting for?" I said, "This is what I see. I see Sapphira possibly winning. I see Nymphia in second place, and I see Plain Jane in third. But I said I also see Nymphia low-key creeping up because I don't know why. I just something in my soul said Nymphia is gonna creep the fuck up, especially after the episode with the book. And how she broke loose and stuff. And then on stage tonight, she was crying when her mama was speaking. And these are things RuPaul love.
I bust out crying too.
I was crying.
Her and Sapphira, both of their moments. When Sapphira started talking about her mom, I was like, fuck. And then I was drinking too, so that didn't make it any better. But when I tell you, it was waterworks going on over here. I wanted to say something about what did you just said something I wanted to say. I just had a brain fart. Damn. Oh, so I knew I was talking to my homegirl about it. When I knew, so like you, I thought Sapphira was going to take it, no questions asked. Bitch, this is Sapphira's Drag Race at this point. When I knew that Nymphia was that girl, she had posted or somebody posted a performance of her. I think it was an old performance. It was like some rails and stuff that she kind of did like this little flip over the rail and put her leg over. I was like, oh, this bitch can dance. I said, oh, bitch, she might be the one to take the crown. And I was telling my barber that last week, I was like, because she was like, oh, bitch, Sapphira's winning. I said, I'm telling you, Nymphia is going to pull something out the bag. And then she's so creative anyway. So I'm like, don't sleep on her just yet.
So Nymphia, I actually watched her documentary that she had back in Taiwan. Yeah, she got like a documentary on her when I went down like a Nymphia rabbit hole when she first got on this season because I was just so enamored by this girl drag and plus Asian excellence. So I just wanted to see what her background was like, whatever. So I was watching this documentary of her in Taiwan and stuff, and it was very well put together. Like it was amazing, and I seen some of her lip syncs on there as well. And I was like, she can. She's kind of fierce because I didn't see it for her when she first walked in. When she opened her trench coat and was like, man, she first opened her trench coat and was like, Nanas. I was so disappointed.
Are you serious?
I really thought she was a white girl.
Let's get into that moment. I don't even know if you've had an episode about the entrance. The first, I would imagine you do about episode 2. But baby,
the look was everything.
Even when she opened it, it was kind of giving you like that Hercules moment where the guy like opened up his trench coat and showed all the clocks. It kind of reminded me somewhat of that. But oh my god, I didn't
like it. I was like, I for Asian, I did not like it. I was like, you is supposed to be fierce Asian excellence, and you over here playing around.
Sir,
you're playing around.
Those glasses, you've never seen anything like that done. At least I don't think you've seen anything like that done.
I've seen it on Canada's Drag Race.
No, hold on. Let's be clear. That was done before Canada, wasn't it? Didn't they film this season before Canada season?
They probably filmed it, but Canada aired before that.
But even the one on Canada, it wasn't as polished, in my opinion, because I do.
Plus, I seen it on Juno Birch.
I feel like I'm gonna say something else. You're gonna be like, well, Adam and Eve did it.
Plus, I see Juno Birch with it. Now, Nymphia, she did take it to a polished up level. I did like the look overall when she first walked in. I was like, oh, she looks amazing. But it was how she was acting when she opened the coat and she was firing the bananas like she was Diddy Kong and then crawling on the floor and stuff. I was like, what is going on?
But it's not. It's like she's giving you glam and camp at the same time.
I didn't like the camp.
I loved it. I love when queens can be goofy like that. Like life is hard as it is, bitch. Let's laugh and let's have a good time.
See, I come from a fierce standpoint. I just want to see fierce.
But I feel like it's times and place when you gotta like give that pussy, like you gotta kind of give a look. But I didn't think episode 1 your interest was bitches. You gotta be serious. There's just plenty of other times during the competition where you got to be serious, because let's have fun.
And indeed, she did have fun. And because of that moment is when I went down a Nymphia Wins rabbit hole. That's when I watched her documentary. That's when I started going through her YouTubes, videos, clips, or whatever. And I started going to Instagram. I was like, I really fucking love this queen. And I just fell in love with her ever since then.
Yeah, in that moment, I was like, okay, she's gonna be the one that I'm looking out for, Sapphira. And then I also had what's that other queen name?
Dawn?
No, not Dawn. She gave me Dawn aesthetic. What's her
Crystal
name?
Method?
What's her name? No, Plasma. I was like Plasma.
Plasma.
Them three was gonna be my top.
Okay, yeah, I like Plasma too. Plasma won me over during the competition.
Yeah, same.
So let's announce the winner of season 16. The winner, and what's the grand prize? $200,000.
Mm-hmm.
And the title of America's Next Drag Superstar, and with a crown and scepter from Fierce Drag Jewels and $200,000. And the winner is Nymphia Win. Woo! When I tell you, I screamed, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
Bitch! Yeah, girl. You sure? I literally saw RuPaul lips move to Nymphia before the words came out, and I was like, "Oh!"
I mean, after watching that lip sync, I was like, "Oh, Nymphia's taking it." But then it's like, well, you don't really know, because she could just be going based on the whole overall competition. Which, I mean, still in that case,
and I didn't hear her say that.
Yeah, not at all. But I'm just saying, like, in that case, she still technically would have won because she's never been in the bottom.
Yeah, technically. Mm-hmm.
So I hate that queens are like, well, if you're going based on the overall competition, Sapphira should have won. But I'm like, well, I mean, they have the same wins. The only difference is Nymphia has never been in the bottom. Sapphira has. To me, it was an even playing field.
Well, Nymphia has 2 wins and Sapphira has 4.
Nymphia has 4.
Nymphia has 2.
Nymphia, she did.
She has 2, and then Plain Jane has 4.
No, okay, so I take that back. Then you're right. Nymphia has 3 then, because she did the design challenge, the group challenge, and the book one.
Oh yeah, she did win the book one, so she had 3.
Yeah, so then my bad. I'm thinking, I don't know why I thought she won 2 design challenges, but that was Q that won the other design challenge. So I take that back. Shit, there was so many design challenges this season, but I take that back. Okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so Mama creeped up and stole the crown. Sapphira, what the fuck happened?
Are you not ashamed of yourself? Are you not embarrassed? This is really embarrassing.
What you auditioned 11 years? I mean, she got what she deserved though. She got the fandom. She got the queen. She's gonna be one of the most respected queens, I think, to come out the franchise. She's gonna be like another Sasha Colby.
Yeah, I can see that.
She's just not Miss Continental.
Based on the package that she bought to this competition, I know her All Stars package is gonna be nasty. I just want her to give it like 3 seasons before she, like 2 or 3 seasons before she go into All Star.
I think now she got a hold of herself. You know, now she understands her sleuth-footedness. Now she understands more about the show. Now she understands more about. I mean, she's a veteran. She already knows drag, but now she knows how to do drag for Drag Race. It's the difference.
Yeah, I think so too. Yep.
So congratulations to Nymphia Win. I'm so excited. I love everything that she did on the show. She has one of the best drag packages I think has ever been on this show overall. Like, she didn't have like a bad week to me. She had one week that I was kind of like, it's not up to Nymphia Win's level, but it still was not bottom worthy. But
you didn't think so?
No.
You talking about Snatch Game, right?
I'm talking about her outfits.
Oh.
Not her performance. I'm talking about her outfit.
My bad. I was about to say, hold on, like, let me correct you.
Yeah, do you watch Dragula?
I do.
Nymphia had like almost the same run as Neo.
Yes. Oh my gosh, she was another one. I was just like, oh yeah, she's taking
Neo blew the Dragula doors down with that drag. That high polished Asian Chinese
creative.
Drag. Very. And Nymphia blew the doors down with her Taiwanese Asian drag. And I was just like, oh my God, like they have to do a collab. And they both speak the same language. So
I'm actually really excited to see like what she does with her platform. What all of them do with their platform, to be completely honest, but specifically her being so she has the crown. And then I'm also really excited to see her look next year. Like, hopefully they give her time. Yeah. Hopefully, they give her like time to like, I feel like after Drag Race, you need time to unwind a little bit, kind of take some time off of drag, kind of get your mental in order, and then like come back. I just want her to ooze creativity. Like kind of give us like something that what's that girl name? She's from here. She won with the waist trainer. I can't think of her name right now.
She won what?
She won Drag
Oh,
Race.
Violet Chachki.
Yeah, I want to kind of give like something dramatic like that.
Yeah.
Like her give
One of the
down.
best step down group looks
Oh,
of
when
all
I
time.
tell you, gorgeous. But I want something like that, something very dramatic and high fashion.
Right. So in closing, let's talk about what are your thoughts on the finale episode?
It wasn't one of my favorite finales.
Ooh.
But it wasn't. But overall, it was a good episode. It felt like a rushed episode for some reason. Like when I think about it, that's the first thing that comes to my mind. I just see this image of it being rushed. But outside of that, I mean, it was what it gave.
For me personally, I think this is one of the better finale episodes.
You think
I
so?
in the most recent years, I think so. The most
Yeah,
recent years, I haven't been really that impressed by the finale episode. It's kind of been like
it
the same
hasn't. It's been
format,
going
blah
downhill
blah
in that
blah.
sense.
Yeah, so this season, I was kind of like, oh, they did something
Because
different.
yeah, last year, the year before last was very boring. I felt like since
Mhm.
COVID, it's just been very boring.
Yes.
Outside of the looks, because Simone's looks was chef kiss. But outside
So
of that,
who you originally rooting for? Sapphira, right?
it was actually Sapphira. Believe it or not, it was actually Sapphira and Nymphia. Not being funny.
Okay. Originally, if I'm gonna be honest, in my heart, it was Nymphia. But I was like, I don't know. I kept telling people, I don't know. It might be Sapphira. It might be Sapphira. But I've had my critiques throughout with Sapphira throughout the competition. I just don't think she has been living up to this grand name that everybody
Really?
keeps saying. It was something like I hate when she used to come on the runway and do this thing with her eyes.
Oh yeah, them big
And then
eyes.
and then some of her runways I did not like the one
Yeah.
that RuPaul was like, this is gonna go down Drag Race history. I'm like, girl, who says who? Let
You
us
talking
fans
about the
decide that.
'80s theme?
Yes.
That was gorgeous.
With that black dress?
Oh my gosh,
No, I
the
didn't.
cut
It was
of
just.
that dress. Are you serious?
It was not giving me Sapphira Crystal what she been like
Oh my!
pumpkin, like that
But
pumpkin shit.
that's a good thing. She doesn't need to be giving you the same. That's what you call versatility. To me, I don't want to unpack that episode because I know you already did it. But baby, her look it kind of gave me like a Chanel, like vintage Chanel look. But it was so chef kiss.
I guess I don't know my female
Gorgeous.
fashion like that because I was kind of like, I don't
Yeah,
know.
the cut of that dress with that wig.
I
Oh,
didn't. It ain't like that wig.
oh my gosh. Hey, I got another call. I gotta go.
So, are you happy with the winner of this season?
I am because it was one of
Nymphia
my
win?
top two. Yep, it was
Oh
one
my
of my top
god!
two. That's probably why it's so windy in Atlanta today. Cause she,
I am gagged.
okay.
I am truly gagged. I kept tweeting that I am gagged. I am
Why?
shocked. My mouth is open on the floor because
Why?
I just thought Sapphira was gonna win, even though I
Yeah,
love Nymphia and I wanted her to win. I just thought Sapphira was going to win. Something in
I
my
thought so too.
delusional Drag Race fan heart, I just thought it was gonna give it to Sapphira.
Yeah, I did
Production
too.
shook me up, bitch.
I mean, it all came down to that lip sync. I want this to be a lesson to all of anybody that's thinking about going on Drag Race. Y'all need to give y'all A1 on y'all final lip sync because it does matter.
Whew, oh my god.
Yeah,
So
she did. I'm just happy a woman of color won. Like I'm not
yes.
trying to. I don't want to go down the racist like hole or anything. But the fact that a woman of color won, I'm happy. Like I'm always rooting for anybody. First of all, anybody black first and foremost. But next, a woman of color, and the fact that Raja was the last like kind of like Asian queen to win the American franchise. That's kind of crazy when you think about it. Next, I just want a big girl to win. I don't care their race at this point, just a big girl.
So Nymphia Win even had the Taiwanese president tweeting
Yeah, I
her and
saw
saying,
that.
wow. So I think Nymphia is gonna do big things political wise for her home country, that same that Sasha did for Hawaii.
So that's one of my hopes, and I think when you think about the overall picture, that could be another reason why she won. I mean, we don't really know, what RuPaul and production, what they considered and the reasoning, what they considered as the reason why they crowned her. But, that could be one of the reasons too.
And they probably thought, bitch, you don't need to have for like people like Katya, people like Trixie before she won All Stars 3. You really don't need the crown to be super successful in the Drag Race.
You
Like
really
Naomi
don't.
Smalls is huge.
Mm-hmm.
Roxy Andrews is huge.
Mm-hmm. Come on,
Detox
Orlando.
is huge.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, you don't need a crown. So I think they
You really
already
don't.
thought Sapphira was like, bitch, you don't need a crown. You're another Detox. You're another Roxy girl. You don't need
But
it.
see, that's what I like. I like girls to have that kind of mindset, because like when Mirage went home, I cried, just seeing her exit. And I think that's human nature, to kind of feel like your dreams is being taken from you. But when you really think about the bigger picture, you don't need the crown to go after your dream. Like, you can still be the next RuPaul, essentially. If you want to be, you can. You don't need the crown.
And Mirage went home second, but she still broke records with her song. She's the bitch song. Like, she had the most streams out of all Drag Race queens ever.
That was a cute song, and I can honestly see her getting booked for performances, because the bitch can perform.
Oh yeah, she performed the house down. That's what she do in Vegas all the same. So let's get into this All Stars peak preview. All Stars 9 is coming on May 17th. Are you excited?
I am. I actually am. I'm interested in seeing who they announce as the queens, to see if all these predictions are correct. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm praying my Orlando sister Roxy is able to redeem herself. Not that she needed Miss Thick and
Allegedly.
Not that she needed if she's on the show, but she's definitely going to be my girl to look out for. I forgot who are the other queens on there. I'm excited to see if Miss Vanjie is going to be on there. I'm excited to see how she do, as well as
if she's on.
If she's on. And allegedly they're saying Plastic Tiara will be on there as well. So I'm excited to see her as well.
So the rumor has it that this All Stars 9 is going to be a little different from every other All Star season, because of I heard the format is changing. I can tell you a little bit more.
I hate when they do that.
The format is definitely changing. So I'm going to tell you when we get off of here. But the format has changed. I heard they gave queens more, like, a lot of money to come back on the season because of the backlash from All Stars 8 and a lot of queens declining. The production was forced, literally forced, to change the format. So All Stars 9 is going to be a little different from other All Stars, and I cannot wait to see how this turns out.
I'm curious.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell
you. Okay.
So let's remove our straw from my latte. You guys can follow me on the links above if you're watching this on the video format, or if you're not, follow me on Twitter, on Instagram. Twitter is Mauricio the Dunn, and on Instagram at Mauricio.Passage. Check out Untucked at the Dark on the podcast. Check out my website. The visuals are also on Spotify and all of that jazz. My esteemed guest, Michelle Visage, where can these lovely people find you on your socials?
I really don't want any of y'all following me, so don't. I'm just joking. You can follow me on Instagram. It's handsome_he is. Let me make sure I did that right. It is. I feel like when it comes to that, you forget your Instagram name sometimes. So it's handsome_he_ is on Instagram. I don't know if I want to give out my ex, because I feel like it can get a little freaky on there. We'll stick to IG.
So you guys, I will be taking a break from the Drag Race content. I will be back for All Stars 9 on May 17th, but I might be in California for training, because I am in the motherfucking military. I am going to California to train for 3 weeks, I believe. So I won't be here for 3 weeks. We'll be recapping all that shit once I get back.
Oh man.
And in the meantime, I'll probably do some Untucked After Dark episodes just to keep the flow going. And Mrs. Michelle Visage, if you want to come and do Untucked After Dark with me, just let me know.
I would love to. I think that'd be fun.
All right, you guys. So tune in. See you guys later. Thanks for listening. Okay.